they asked me to do something religious, being our pastor, so let us all pray to pick up the offering. You know, there's so many special people in this room, because what Dad and Mom have done for the lives of people just transcends through generations. It's not just one generation, it goes on and on and on and on. But the most blessed people in this room is us three. My brother, my sister, and myself. And we go through life and we share Dad and Mom with all of you. And they gave to you like they would give to us also. But the greatest gift of all, Dad and Mom, you taught us how to serve God with all our heart, with all our mind, with all our strength. We lived in LABI under the rules of LABI when we were not even students. We had to comply, and back then it wasn't like it is now. Back then it was still, you can only talk during recess time, different things. But you molded a character in us, a determination that whatever life would bring our way, we're going to be able to handle it. Because we were taught, greater is He that is in you than He that is in the world. Because we embraced that promise. And the ones seated here, and so many others would like to be here with us, have embraced that promise. We go forward with the expectation that good things are going to happen in our lives. You've not only touched the people outside, but within the family. God has blessed you. Rocky is not a probation officer, people. He's the chief of probation for El Paso County. That's what my brother is. My sister's a pastor and chaplain, along with her husband and Alvin. They've done a great work there. God's blessed in a very special way. And I'm from El Paso. I've been there all my life. A lot of people thought when I came back to El Paso, I was going back because Dad and Mom were there. No, God called me to El Paso. LABI left El Paso and I stayed in El Paso. Out of all of the three of us, I'm the only one that jumped at the scholarship that they gave to the kids of the teachers of LABI. I went to LABI, probably the dumbest student of all. It took me 19 years to graduate from LABI. But when I finally got there, I was valedictorian that last year. I got a chance to deliver the message. And it wasn't because he was my dad, it was because I had their brains, that's why. And I want all of you to know that, you know, what you've done for them is so special. Some of you now at this time of their life, Hermanos Chavez, Brother Molina, bringing the people over to sing and just have a special time. Man, there's no way that Vanjie, Rocky, and I can pay for what you've done on their behalf. All I can say, many people will say, well, how old is your dad, Pastor? They tell me in El Paso, he's 85. Bring him to El Paso. I said, if I bring him to El Paso, he's going to die. He'll die in El Paso because his heart, his life is LABI. He's been there, he's given his life there, and we wouldn't want to take him over where his roots really are. So today, Dad and Mom, we're just so proud. You know, we talked about 65 years, and I went out looking for stuff, and there is no such animal as 65 years of being married. You know, I was going to call and say, "Que aguante, Dad," you know. It's awesome, you know. And then Vanjie said we took purple because it's a royalty. I thought it was a sign of also all the beatings you take as you go through life. But you know, you go through life and you learn one thing. There is the Lord before you, who could be against you. We stand on His promises. And as we went through life, and people say we're all so different. They look at Rocky, so fair-skinned. They look at Vanjie, redhead, and freckles, and say, "And?" I have a very good explanation. When Mom went to the doctor, and she went because she was sick, they told her she had a tumor. And in those days, they didn't have modern medicine, so they sat her in tubs of hot water. "You burned me, Mama." But then she made up for it. And all of you that have been blessed with this color skin, listen very good, because it'll be a blessing to life. I've used it all my life. It's a big hit. My mom always said, "Mijito, si por moreno te desprecian, no niegues tu color, porque entre perlas y diamantes los morenos son mejor." Let me close by saying this. At the 25th wedding anniversary, I mean, we're just excited. I mean, big things were happening. And Rocky was all pumped up because we were going to have a wedding. He was all pumped up about this new 25th anniversary. And he asked my mom, "Mom, who are you going to marry now?" And my mom said, "Well, your dad." "Oh, no." Again. Well, here we are, many years later. I want to tell you people, I have shared with you the greatest man and the greatest woman on the face of the world. There's no other bigger and better than... They have stood with me in my darkest hours and always believed in who I am. Never turned their back, never walked away. Received me with a hug and a kiss and say, let's get it on. And because He lives and they're in my corner, there's no way I can fail in life. Because greater is He that's with us. Today, thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your love with Dad and Mom. And we just want all of you to have a great time reminiscing. And we'd like to have all of you speak, but I'm hungry, so I just flew in from El Paso a little while ago. So God bless all of you. Thank you for coming and being with us. Oh, I got to pray for the food, yes. But I forgot one last thing I'm supposed to do. Inside joke, family joke. Some of you will not catch this. Nobody will. Dad and Mom will. But we used to bless Mom and Dad because Evangeline and Warring Choir, and we want to sing a song from that really thrills our hearts to the point of saying, "Shut up." Right? Dona nobis pacem pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. Dona nobis pacem. We would sing it over and over and over, and then on the trip, and it wasn't even Christmas. Shut up! Like I said, many have been a blessing, but Brother Molina, you got a good, strong voice. And I know that Dad, cherishes and loves you a lot also. Would you pray for the meal, brother?
Father, with gratitude we come into your presence because of Jesus. We want to thank you for Martinez's God, their lives, their ministry, their marriage, and everything they are to so many of us. We pray now, God, that you would continue to honor us with your presence. And as we partake of this meal, I would ask you to bless it to the nourishment of our bodies. In your precious name I pray. Amen.